Hi, in the next 11 minutes I'm going to give you some pointers on choosing the best web developer. I'm Simon Thomas from Toucan Internet, and today I'm going to answer a question that everybody in business asks at one time or another, and that is, how do I choose the best web developer? Have you got the wisdom of Solomon when it comes to choosing the team to work with, or do you end up kissing a lot of frogs? When it comes to choosing anything that's outside your area of expertise, what do we rely on? Our own research? And that involves talking to friends and advocates. However, this can lead you down a path where the results are not necessarily what you want them to be. With any new project and with any new partner or supplier, there has to be a degree of due diligence done. So when it comes to choosing the right web developer, don't go with the daughter's boyfriend or the bloke you know who does some work for other people down the pub unless you've done adequate due diligence. Charming associations made over a pint in the local are not necessarily the right qualifications for an online specialist who can take your business to going stratospheric. Having delivered online success to businesses in every shape and size since the last millennium, my business has rescued clients from any number of wayward web developers. We've seen the grief that people get into firsthand when choosing the wrong partner. We've had panic phone calls from people recommended to us by existing clients. The panics usually revolve around their company being abandoned in one way or another by their current web developers. And this has extended to comments like, "Help! My web developer controls all my domain names on my websites and we've fallen out. Help! My web developer has a problem with controlled substances and he's the only one with access to our website, and the last we knew he was off clubbing in Spain 4 months ago. Help! My web developer is charging me for every single update, and these are updates we want to be able to do ourselves." And so the list of woe goes on. Given this knowledge we've gathered together from the last 3 decades, here are some recommendations for you that you might find useful in checking the right online development team. First recommendation. Now, what comes out of this is to choose a team rather than an individual. Now, this gives you a resilience, because if that one person is not available for any reason, then there's continuity, and any other person in that team that understands your business and has worked on your project can carry you forward. You do not have all your eggs in one basket. The second recommendation is also team orientated. If you're looking for a complete basket of skills, you will rarely find excellence in all the key disciplines in just one person. Fundamentally, a great website will pay homage to your visual identity. It will be written in a tone that is in line with your brand. Now, make certain that the team you choose has all the key bases covered. In particular, your project will invariably need a back-end developer to write the code, a front-end developer to ensure that the pages work across all devices and the user experience is good. You'll want a copywriter who understands SEO to ensure that the page copy is written in your language and in such a way that both engages the client as well as the interest of Google. A photographer, a videographer. The creative graphic designers will understand your individual markets, and more importantly, a project manager is needed that can pull all of this together and make the journey a fun one and actually deliver the magic you want. This kind of thing doesn't happen by chance. The third recommendation, and as part of your due diligence, please do look at other web developments that the team you're considering has put together. Choose and review their examples that match the resources that you are looking for in your website. If you're looking for an e-commerce shop, then look at all the e-commerce shops that they have built. And do not be put off by the fact that they may not have built an e-commerce shop for your exact industry before, as generally the skills and the knowledge are transferable across the markets. Do delve a little deeper so you see examples that match the success criteria you're looking for. So if you have the objective to reach higher visitor numbers through good search engine positioning, then ask for a demonstration of this. If there is a need for a logo and visual identity development, ask for a demonstration. If the site must work well on a smartphone, ask for a demonstration. Now the fourth recommendation comes by way of a discussion I had with a client a couple of weeks ago when they said to me, after engaging us for their web development project, they said, "You're a little bit different to the rest." Now this piqued my interest. Quizzing her on this, she said that other agencies had discussed their requirements with them and came back with a simple price for the job. It turns out that where we were different was that we wanted to know all about her business. We wanted to know why they do what they do. We wanted to know how they were getting the successes they get, and we wanted to know how and what they were striving for now. Do make sure your chosen development team is as passionate about your business as they are about theirs. A developer without an understanding of you and your aspirations will develop a website likely to be ineffectual and one that does not strike a chord with the likely customer. Now, the sixth recommendation, David and Goliath. This is a fanciful story with a great message. However, if your business is looking for an enterprise-wide website with significant systems integration and to function as a wider part of your marketing drive, the chances of having successes with a talented school leaver who knows WordPress and is clever with computers is never going to have the resources your enterprise needs to actually be successful. The resources to reach hundreds and thousands of likely clients is readily available. It just needs taming. And for that you do need to have the right team in place, both in size and capability. Ask, does the team you're considering provide web hosting? Do they provide brand work? Do they provide supporting offline services? Do they provide online marketing? Do they provide social media programs, search engine optimizations, and so on? Make certain that they are skilled and talented in all of these resources. The seventh recommendation is your prospective web developer a passing ship in the night, or have they got some serious pedigree and been around and doing this for a long time? Whilst everybody's got to start somewhere, you have to balance up the risks of going with a team with minimal experience, let alone an individual. My eighth recommendation is, if your web project involves integration with other systems, you need a team that understands all of the above that we've spoken about, but also process. Your business runs on processes. Projects such as this will need to be scoped out fully with an agreed specification in place before any development work takes place. An agreed specification after a scoping round with all of the stakeholders gives everyone the assurance that they are stepping off with a well-defined end goal in place together and with how it is going to be achieved. It is when web developments of any size start without sufficient discovery and specification in place that they will invariably go off the rails, finishing late, finishing over budget, finishing with a compromised fashion, and with relationships in a poor state. I can't emphasize how vitally important it is that a project is fully scoped and a foundation document that defines everything is in place, as this is the success of the project. And to start a relationship, and this will actually start a relationship that will span decades. The devil really is in the details. Recommendation number 9. This is actually a bit of a flipped one, as on its head, because it impinges more on you than it does the web development company. You and your company have a key role in making the project a success. Principally, there are 2 demands on you. Firstly, you need to understand the full extent of what you are asking for from the development team. We have embarked on projects in the early days believing there was complete understanding, when actually the client had in his head nothing. He was in the clouds and he didn't understand the actual complexity of what we were asking, or what they were asking. The second point here is that great websites come from a functioning unit, and you, with your unique knowledge both of your marketplace and your company, have a significant role to play here, and that is in providing the necessary content and the content direction to your development team. If you know what you do and you can communicate it, your web development team can make you look brilliant in the outside world. If you can't, then don't ask them to do it. The 10th recommendation, and probably one of the most important ones, is being human. Does the person you intend to work with on your website fit with you? Are you a good working team? Are your values aligned? Instinctively, if you feel that there is something wrong, then invariably the relationship will not go anywhere near as strong as it should be, and the results will therefore suffer. Make certain this person is right. He's taking you on a journey, and it's got to be fun and it's got to be profitable for everyone. Take these on board for your next project, and there's a good chance of excellent outcomes. If anybody wants to explore these further with me, please reach out to me, and the contact points are below. The rate of change in the world today is phenomenal, and if we can help entrepreneurs grasp the nettles, that's what excites us.